from a sold-out Tropicana field. The two best teams in baseball take the diamond. The Rays trail the New York Yankees by 2 games in the AL East, but come into this key series red hot, riding a 6-game winning streak. This pivotal 3-game set starts now on Sun Sports. This crucial 11-game homestand continues for the Rays. After sweeping the Detroit Tigers, the Rays are 2 games back of the New York Yankees, and tonight the Rays host the Yankees in Game 1 of a 3-game series. A closer look at the AL East standings. New York with the best record in baseball at 65-36. The Rays with the second best record in all of baseball, 63-38, 2 full games back. Hi again, everyone, and welcome to an evening of Rays baseball with Kevin Kennedy. I'm Dwayne Stats. Great to have you with us. Todd Callis with us throughout the evening as well. Well, the Rays have surged in the month of July, and recently so has the offense, which means the middle part of that order has been very productive, led recently by Carlos Pena.
Yeah, he really had a strong series here at home against the Detroit Tigers. The last 3 games especially, and in 3 games, 6 for 10 overall. 2 home runs and 7 RBIs, and I think just as important as that is the results is just the quality of the at-bat. He's not chasing. He's using the field accordingly when he needs to, going back through the middle, hitting the ball squarely on the right side, actually beating the shift sometimes. He's hitting the ball so hard. So he is obviously key, hitting behind Evan Longoria, because the more he hits, the more it's going to help Evan perhaps get a few more pitches to hit.
And Kevin, if it's not enough that the 2 best teams in baseball meet here in this series, a subplot. Alex Rodriguez sitting on 599 home runs. Only one other player in a Yankee uniform has hit his 600th career home run. That was Babe Ruth back in 1931. The Rays are hopeful of delaying that just a few days for A-Rod.
Yeah, a few more games would be fine. It's been a period of about 26 at-bats now, I believe, for A-Rod since he's hit home runs from 599 to try to get number 600. For a moment there, he was tied with Willie Mays. Willie Mays went 21 straight at-bats without hitting his 600th home run. But just to say the number 600 is pretty incredible overall. 599, that is 7th all-time. And we know with A-Rod, of course, he has some power going, a lot of power going to right center, and he has hit a home run, including at the end of the year against Wade Davis, where he ended up hitting a couple that day, and he hit 30 on the year for 2009.
Alex Rodriguez will be there in the cleanup spot in the New York lineup tonight. And the Verizon pitching matchup, it will be the young right-hander Phil Hughes. 12-3 on the year. Hughes making his 19th start of the season. And for the Rays, Wade Davis coming off 2 very good starts. Wade's record 8-9 with a .432 earned run mark, his 20th start of the year. It is an American League East showdown. The Rays and the Yankees meet in the first game of this series just moments away. Back with more in a moment.
Out crowd for all 3 games between the Yankees and the Rays. So far this year, New York and Tampa Bay have played 8 times, 10 more meetings to go throughout the course of the 2010 championship season. As you can see, they have split even so far, 4 games apiece. The Rays have a little bit better batting average, but the Yankees have scored more runs per game. The starters' ERA and the bullpen ERA a little higher than both teams would be comfortable with. A couple of guys who are getting their first taste of what this playoff atmosphere is like between the Rays and the Yankees. Matt Joyce and Reed Brignac kick off our Geico quote of tonight.
I think everybody wants to beat the Yankees, but at the same time, you want to win every game. Like Joe said, you play every day, and you play hard every day, and you play to win. So we take that into consideration, and we know who we're playing. We know what we're playing for.
Very confident group right now, offensively, defensively, and our pitching has been doing very well. So if we can continue in those 3 phases to do well, then we're going to be okay.
It's definitely going to be a playoff atmosphere. There's no doubt about it. I'm excited to be able to be a part of that. I guess when you play the Yankees and you're in the hunt, I mean, we're only 2 games back. I think we're the second best team in all the big leagues right now. So it's a big series. It's a big series. I think if we can win 2 out of 3, if not sweep them, that'd be great.
The upper decks are filled. We are ready for baseball. 3 minutes away from the first pitch. Wade Davis, Phil Hughes. The Yankees lead the Rays by 2 games. We'll have all the action with Dwayne Stats and Kevin Kennedy. Enjoy, everybody, right here on Sunsport.
By Scott, the Money Superstore. And by Checkers, a little place, big taste. It will be a full house here at Tropicana Field. In fact, this weekend series between the Rays and the Yankees sold out. And perhaps the biggest series of the year for the Rays right now as they find themselves in the middle of this 11-game homestand against 3 contending teams. They swept the Tigers. They have the Yankees now and the Twins coming in later. Here is the New York lineup. Derek Jeter leads it off, followed by Nick Swisher and Mark Teixeira. Alex Rodriguez again on the verge of number 600 for his career. Robinson Cano having an MVP-type year. It's 5th. Jorge Posada will do the catching. Curtis Granderson's in center. Colin Curtis is the DH, and Brett Gardner is in left, batting 9th.
It will be Wade Davis to start this series for the Rays on the mound tonight. 19 starts. His record is 8-9, coming off a road trip where he won 2. Pitched very well. .432 with the earned run average, so that has dropped a little bit, and 108 in the third innings overall, and the league is hitting .263 against Wade.
Joe Girardi, the skipper of the New York Yankees, and Joe Madden across the diamond in the Rays dugout, first base side. All set to play ball. First pitch to Derek Jeter, and it's a fastball just a little bit inside. 1 ball and no strikes the count. Jeter starts the night at .274. There's a strike. Davis 8-9 for the season, and 1-2 lifetime against the Yankees. Jeter, Swisher, and Teixeira, the first 3 hitters here. Jeter's lifetime mark against the Rays, .310. Jeter fouls it out of play.
Going up the ladder right there, 1 and 2, and I've mentioned frequently this homestand how well the Rays pitching staff has done that on 2-strike counts. The appropriate time, trying to go up above hitters' hands, and that was a good pitch to Jeter right there.
And a soft looping liner into center field for a base hit. Couple hops to Upton, and Jeter is aboard to start this game with a base hit.
For the Rays defensively behind Wade Davis around the outfield left to right, it's Carl Crawford. B.J. Upton is back out there in center, and Matt Joyce in right. Left to right around the infield, Evan Longoria, Jason Bartlett, Reed Brignac, and Carlos Pena, and John Jaso behind the plate. And this defensive alignment review is brought to you by Sweet Bay. Live fresh for less.
And B.J. Upton back out there in center field. He'd missed a couple of games with the sprain of the left ankle, but he is back in action tonight. Ben Zobrist, there's a good chance he might not see action at all in this series because of his back problems. He remains day to day. Now Nick Swisher, and he hits one deep to right field. Joyce will run out of room, and that ball is out of here. A first pitch fastball, and Swisher hits it out to make it 2-0 New York. Boy, Swisher has absolutely murdered Rays pitching. And as good as this New York team is, you wonder where they would be without him.
Yeah, he's really good in the 2 spot, too, because he gets a lot of pitches like this, a lot of fastballs in the 2 spot, and he didn't waste any time. Good overhead shot right there. You can see it's middle away, but it's up a little bit, and really that's a good pitch you can reach. We saw Carlos Pena take a similar pitch. It was probably 4 inches off the outside corner, about the same height out to center field for a home run off of Verlander, so that is not a good pitch.
Now Mark Teixeira takes a pitch down, the curveball. It's 1-0.
Middle away does not work against the Yankee lineup. You've got to pitch away, and you've got to paint.
Two balls, no strikes. Cut and a miss, and Kevin Teixeira was thinking about downtown with that cut.
Yeah, he was, and that one got in on him a little bit under his hands.
Alex Rodriguez on deck there.
They know patterns, too, these Yankees.
There's a strike, 2-2.
Now that ball was away. Good pitch right there, 94. And when I say that, they know that the Rays are trying to get established fastball command early, and every time we see them, they come out early on that fastball and jump on it.
Breaking ball, and he's out on strikes. Teixeira strikes out. One away. He went to 2-2 and threw him the curveball. Alex Rodriguez due up, and let's check in with Todd.
You see the special baseballs being exchanged there, Dwayne. They're going to do that every time Alex Rodriguez comes to the plate. They will bring 4 specially marked baseballs for every at-bat. And then when A-Rod's at-bat's over, the umpire will give those specially marked baseballs back to the bat boy. So we'll see this hopefully the entire weekend and beyond. Guys, back to you.
And A-Rod takes a little time to retie his shoelace there before he steps in. He's 4 for 8 lifetime off Davis with 2 home runs. You know his favorite pitch to hit a home run on? The first pitch of the at-bat. And he takes this one for a ball, a fastball in around 94. 1 ball and no strikes.
Yeah, there it is against Wade. 4 for 8, 2 home runs. And those 2 home runs were on the last day of the season. And it gave A-Rod 30 for the year.
This one, a breaking ball, misses. 2 balls, no strikes. There's a strike. It's 2-1. He's hit more of his 599 home runs on the first pitch than any other count.
There's a fastball inside corner, top part of the zone.
He fouls it, 2-2.
Well, I mean, it's the best pitch, really. I mean, everybody talks about working the count, but if a guy's just trying to get ahead of you, it might be the best fastball you hit that has some meat over the plate.
Yeah, he's hit 100 home runs.
No, that's an interesting stat to me. Yeah, because everybody talks about working the count. There's obviously truth to that, but for good hitters, they're not wasting any time when they see a good fastball. First pitch, third pitch, fifth pitch.
And a full count, a fastball inside. So that goes to 3-2.
You know, he didn't hit 599 home runs taking his way to the big leagues.
And a swing and a miss. He's out on strikes. 2 gone.
This sequence is similar to what historically teams have tried to do against Alex Rodriguez since he came to the big leagues, and that's pound him in. Fastball, he gets the call there. Wade Davis, he comes down and in like a 2-seamer. Comes back with a 4-seamer in again. Back in again, and even though it ran over the plate a little bit, Alex swung underneath it. But that's exactly the pattern that historically when he first came up to the big leagues, teams tried to do on A-Rod. Go in on him.
Robinson Cano. That's a strike. Fastball. Yankees have 2 runs on the base hit by Jeter and a home run by Swisher. 2 strikeouts have followed. Ground ball headed into center field. Davis got his glove down to try to deflect it, slowed it down, and Cano has a base hit. That'll be Jorge Posada. You can only imagine the challenge it is for a 24-year-old pitcher like Wade Davis to settle himself into this game. It's a full house. The 2 best teams in baseball squaring off, and you can't help but anticipate Rodriguez coming to the plate. And now here's Jorge Posada.
Well, and Dwayne, it goes back to Derek Jeter. Jeter hit a good slider for that base hit to get it going.
And the ball hits the bat. It's foul. Let's take a look at what Wade has done over the last 3 outings. 3-0 with a .211 earned run average. And Wade had said before he thought it was more mental, his struggles, than physical. He just had to get out of his own way.
Well, he was not throwing a lot of strikes when he was scuffling. He was pitching around off the plate. He wasn't going at guys, and I don't mean go at guys down the middle. I mean he wasn't pounding the corners like we've seen Price do and Matt Garza do.
You know, leaning at first and a toss over there.
See, going at hitters, when you hear the word attack doesn't mean just, hey, I'm going to just give you my 94 fastball. Let's see how far you can hit it. Attack means attack the down and away the black of the plate. That's where you have to pitch in the big leagues, especially against a world champ.
Strike the count to Posada. It's fouled back. 0-2. And you're right about throwing strikes. You know, his walk ratio, strikeout to walk ratio was, this is not exact, but it was just about 1.5 strikeouts to every walk.
Right.
And that's got to be better.
Well,
and it has been lately.
And you like 3-1. 2-1 is acceptable, but 3-1 you really like. And anybody above that, take Cliff Lee, forget about it. He's off the charts. He's like 12-1 strikeout to walk ratio. It's just unheard of.
Right there's the breakout on him right now. It's 1.57 coming in tonight. 69 and 44.
Yeah, you would accept 2-1.
And Posada did go. He's out on strikes. He tried to check on the curve. Could not, and that retires the side. 3 strikeouts, 3 hits, 2 runs. We go to the bottom of the first. New York 2 and the Rays are coming in to hit. Rays lineup tonight will feature John Jaso in the leadoff spot again. Back in there, Carl Crawford hits second and Evan Longoria third. Carlos Pena 2 for 3 with a couple career homers, all Phil Hughes. Clean up, hitting in front of Matt Joyce. Willie Ibar is the DH. Upton back. Reed Brignac is at second, hitting eighth in front of the shortstop, Jason Bartlett.
Phil Hughes has had an outstanding year so far for the Yankees. 12-3 overall in 18 starts. ERA a tick over 4. Now there's a 96-32 strikeout to walk ratio. That's what we're talking about. 3-1. That's what you want. That's excellent. You take that, 251 batting average against. So he's around the zone, but he has quality strikes. Doesn't make that many mistakes.
And here's John Jaso. Takes a fastball inside. Jaso in the leadoff spot. He's about as close as Joe Madden can come to approximating Ben Zobrist leading off here against the right-hander. His on-base percentage is .380 for Jaso. The count 1-1. And he does normally see a lot of pitches. He'll work a count. Takes a curveball low, and it's 2-1.
And I think in time, Jason Bartlett's been swinging better. He's still in the 9 spot. I think in time you may see Jason up there.
3-1 now.
Although when Ben gets healthy, Ben's done a nice job in that 1 spot.
Yeah.
I really like Ben in the 1 spot too.
Me too. He's been very good there.
Jason's had a nice start to his second half here, though.
The ground ball by the mound to second. Cano in front of it, picks and flips. And so Jaso is the first out.
The defense for the Yankees tonight. In left field is Brett Gardner, Curtis Granderson in center, and Nick Swisher in right field. Around the infield left to right, Alex Rodriguez, Derek Jeter, Robbie Cano, and Mark Teixeira, and Jorge Posada behind the plate. And this defensive review is brought to you by Sweet Bay. Live fresh for less.
Now Carl Crawford. Carl, after the first pitch, skies it with some slice to it. And Gardner in left makes the catch. So first pitch fastball, 2 gone.
That 3-1 pitch to Jaso that he got jammed on. That was not a cookie. That's what I'm talking about with Phil Hughes. He painted inside and he jammed John. That's what watching Phil quite a bit this year. That's what he's been able to do. Paint both sides of the plate.
Yeah, that's a big league 3-1 pitch.
That is.
From a pitcher's point of view. Now Longoria. Breaking ball is over for a strike. Hughes has had a good breaking ball throughout his career. It's one of the things that really excited the Yankees when he was in the minor leagues.
You know, I equate the painting the corners like that with a dart player that says, oh, I'm just going to hit the board instead of hitting the bullseye.
Yeah, that's right.
there's a big difference.
The 1-1 count now.
There it is. There's the dartboard.
It's off the plate. Fastball away, 2-1.
Well, it's that fine focus. It's like in this count right here. Evans got the count in his favor, and he's hoping for a mistake, looking for a mistake.
It drops low. Curveball, 3-1. Hit into right field. A line drive off a fastball taken the other way.
Been working on that too. We noticed this week. And he got a fastball. A little bit over the middle away, and instead of trying to pull it, rolling over it, he gets inside it and has a nice fluid swing. Nice sharp single to right.
There's Carlos Pena. Rays beat the Tigers yesterday 4-2, and Pena had all 4 runs batted in. He went 3 for 4 and picked up his 23rd home run of the year. And he fouls the fastball back, strike 1. There's the shot yesterday off Porcello.
Boy, that was a blast.
Home run his first time up off the D-ring.
Tell you what, he got extended too against Verlander, and you notice the first pitch, Hughes went right at his hands, try to tie him up. Went right back in there too.
Cut and a miss. 2.
Hughes missed location, and it worked for him. He missed badly. Posada's setting up inside under the hands. Look at this pitch. It's off the outside corner.
Yeah, there was a situation where I think Carlos is thinking right along with Hughes, expecting something in, and he was surprised by a pitch that missed location.
Yep, absolutely. He was looking to turn on it.
And off the plate, a ball, 2 strikes.
Well, that's what CC Sabathia did last year, and Carlos broke his wrist. They try to pound him in, and then they try to go up on him, see if he'll chase.
And a swing and a miss. Foul tipped strikeout to retire the side. We're at the end of an inning. It's 2-0 New York.
FoxSportsFlorida.com. Tonight, a live chat. How's it going?
Going great. Very crowded. You can tell there's a playoff atmosphere.
Your responses on your computer are in black. The other readers are in blue. I'm seeing a lot of blue.
Lots of blue. I mean, you can't really keep up. You do the best you can, but they're flying in here.
Log on to FoxSportsFlorida.com if you want to be a part of the live chat, guys. It's such a busy night. Dave's got 2 computers going. It's going to get busier right now.
That's right, and we have a special guest coming up soon. Rich Herrera is going to join us for a few innings.
Back to you guys.
Pitch is wide. 2 balls and a strike to count to Granderson. Two strikes. Anderson, Curtis, and Gardner do. A high foul. It'll be out of play. There's Schreiber with 2 computers with all of the action. He's got 2 hands and 2 eyes.
He's busy. Well, playoff atmosphere, like he said.
He is going at it.
He's going to town. Overload.
And a fly ball toward Crawford in left. Carl's right there. And that'll be the first out. Tonight's poll question brought to you by AutoWay. AutoWay, if you need a car, truck, or van, who are you going to call? Call AutoWay. 1-800-SHOP-AutoWay. You think the AL East is a 2-team race between the Yankees and the Rays? Yes or no, the Red Sox will get back into the race. Standard message and data rates apply. Text your vote to 789-789. Colin Curtis, the DH, looks at a fastball too low. 1 ball and no strikes. It's fouled back. 1-1. Well, I tell you, I think it'd be a mistake to think about ruling out the Red Sox. They'll get some of those guys healthy again, and the Rays fully expect them to make another strong run.
Well, they picked up 8 games. They were down 8 games early in the year, and they picked that up in a hurry.
Little looper into shallow center. Brignac out from second and handles it nicely 2 away. And here's the other thing. We talked about all of possible deals. There's word out right now that the Yankees are on the verge of acquiring Lance Berkman from the Houston Astros. Berkman has waived his no trade. The club has an option on him for next year for I think $15 million. There's a $2 million buyout, and the word is the Yankees are after that deal hot and heavy to have him DH and play some at first.
Well, they're going to trade him because Roy Oswalt is gone, and they got Brett Wallace on the heels of that deal from Toronto. And Brett Wallace is going to play first base full time next year for Toronto. I talked to Alex Anthopoulos today, their GM, and he's going to play in Houston. So a National League club, where else is Lance Berkman going to play? So, and with that bad knee, American League club makes sense.
3-0 to Gardner.
So I definitely think he's getting traded somewhere. But I heard the same things you did, Dwayne. It sounds like the Yankees are on the fast track for him.
The strike on the inner part. 3-1. Ball 4 is upstairs. Davis gives up a 2-out walk. For the news that touches your life, turn to the St. Petersburg Times, winner of 2 2009 Pulitzer Prizes for excellence in journalism. Subscribe to the Times, the official newspaper of the Rays, by calling 877 The Times or visiting TampaBay.com. Here's Derek Jeter.
This is where he likes that first fastball too, and he can shoot it Should went in a gap. You got to make a good pitch here.
Peter single off a 1-2 pitch his first time. Goes after this one, bounces it to the right side. Brignac's got it, and the throw to first in time. That retires the side. Walk and a man left. Home half of inning 2 coming. 2-0 New York. It's $100 to the Pediatric Cancer Foundation for every Tampa Bay Rays home run televised on Sun Sports and Fox Sports Florida. Full house at the Trop tonight, and Matt Joyce steps in. Joyce high bar and then Upton. Breaking ball, and that's in there for a strike. Hughes 12-3 on the year. He has some interesting numbers. This one down around the feet. He's pitched better on the road than he has at Yankee Stadium by quite a margin, although he has more wins at home. He's 7-2 at home with a .521 earned run average. And he got off to a very good start. The numbers the last couple months have been elevated.
Yeah, got some run support.
High pop up. Foul headed straight back. Posada's after it and makes the catch. So Joyce is out of there. Hughes is 5-1 on the road with a .236. 7-2 at home with an earned run mark of .521.
Those are pretty interesting splits right there. Should have a good feeling. He pitched great out of the bullpen last year in New York, but those are interesting splits there in 11 games. ERA over 5. Usually it's the other way around in your home ballpark.
There's Willie Ibar. Pitch misses, ball 1. Inside part of the plate.
The reason I felt Hughes was going to be their 5th starter versus Java is because of that pitch right there, that curveball. Got a very good overhand curve.
1-2. Ibar chasing the fastball there, and he's behind in the count. Well, going back to that ERA split and the 12 wins, the Yankees are giving him over 8 runs per game. He's averaged getting 8.08 runs per 9 innings. So that'll win you a few games.
That'll win you a lot of games. Inside.
Fastball around 93, and it's 2-2. Strikes, a fastball by him. Strikeout number 2. Out number 2. Coming up Monday, Matt Garza. This last Monday threw the first no-hitter in Rays history. You can collect a piece of history with his commemorative Matt Garza no-hitter poster. Is presented by the St. Petersburg Times. That'll be in the Tuesday game, August 3rd, when the Rays take on his former team, the Minnesota Twins. First 10,000 fans get one, so visit RaysBaseball.com to get your tickets today for that series. B.J. Upton. Swings and misses.
Well, he's got good location with his fastball. He just went under the hands of Vibar for a strikeout, and he just painted up B.J. 93, 94 down.
And that when a breaking ball dropped down.
That is a big league curveball right there. That's a good pitch.
And another breaking ball, and Upton takes it for a strike. It's 1-2. The backstop. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fastball, mid-90s, wide, full count. Upton back in the lineup since that ankle sprain. And he draws the walk. Fastball away. 2-out walk. So Upton heads to first. You know, that's a part of Upton's game. We talked about trades and the Yankees on the verge. We hear of getting Berkman, and Joe Madden was saying the Rays, he thinks it's less than 50% chance they'll make a deal. If they do, it'll be at the 11th hour, and the trading deadline is 4 o'clock tomorrow. But you know, Upton could make such a difference on this club.
He really can. Really need him to have a second half.
Yep. And there he goes. The pitch is high, and the throw's done in time. Gets away from Jeter, but not far enough to allow Upton to advance. But a stolen base for Upton. That's his 28th, and there's an example of it right there. He doesn't have to hit home runs. If he could walk and bunt, get a base hit,
and Jorge
speed,
really had to rush the throw. I mean, it wasn't even close, and they know he's going to go. The fastball right down the middle, good pitch to handle, and Jorge, I think even if he made a good throw, wouldn't have a chance. That's such a good jump. Got 28 bags, and he's hitting 227 coming in. Imagine if he's hitting 260, 270. How many more times he'd be on base?
It started wide with a breaking ball and stayed out there. So it's a 1-1 count to Brignac. Yeah, BJ could be a difference maker.
Well, there were 3 guys we talked about at the All-Star break that needed to really step up, and BJ's one of them. BJ and Jason Bartlett and Carlos Pena are key.
The pitch is high, and we've seen signs from Bartlett of doing that, and of course Pena's been red hot, and it makes a big difference with those guys. And if they could contribute the way the Rays have seen them contribute in the past, they wouldn't necessarily have to make a deal for a hitter.
Right. Yeah, it does. It adds the depth to your lineup. 2-2
the count to Reed Brignac. Upton off second base. And as he wandered away from the bag, Hughes steps back just to let him know he's aware of him.
Yep, absolutely. Well, of all the major categories, the batting average is the one area where the Rays are down. They're 11th in the league in just pure batting average. If you go by that, 255 as a team. Every other major category, they're near the top.
And Brignac is out on strikes to retire the side. Rays leave a man at second through 2-0 New York. And by Badcock. For furniture and more and credit you can actually get, Badcock makes it easy. Makes you a little hungry there.
They're going to sell a lot of those tonight. This crowd.
On to the third inning we go. It'll be Swisher, Teixeira, and then Alex Rodriguez. Rodriguez due to hit third, sitting on 599 career home runs. Fastball taken low by Swisher. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-1.
Good pitch right there. Nice selection too.
A 2-1 count. Swisher hit the home run in the first inning, his 19th home run of the year. It's inside, 3-1. Speaking of home runs, Johnny Peralta has hit a home run for the Tigers, and they have a 2-0 lead in Boston.
Wow.
At the top of the second. Swisher hits one deep but foul. A 3-1 pitch had home run distance, and now it's a full count.
Good time for a split right here. A changeup. Comes a curveball.
And he got him. He tried to check but could not, and then he tried to convince Tim Welke that he had checked, but he could not check on a 3-2 curveball.
Let's take a look. Good curveball right here. Oh yeah, he went. Absolutely. Take a look. There ain't no doubt about that. Nick, a little acting.
Here's Teixeira sending a high pop fly into center. Upton can't find it, and Crawford is there to make the catch. Crawford came over from left field into shallow center because Upton just lost that ball.
Yeah,
I couldn't see it.
Yeah, and it happens sometimes here in the roof. Lost it right away. He's asking for help. Carl never stopped tracking it.
Well, there's Alex Rodriguez. Rodriguez trying to become the 7th player all time to reach the 600 home run mark. And the pitch is inside. Davis took him 3-2 and struck him out with a fastball in the first inning. And he fouls this fastball out of play. It's 1-1. Well, there's the breakout. His first big league home run hit off Tom Gordon. That came in Seattle against Gordon and the Kansas City Royals. Kyle Davies of Kansas City gave up number 500. And that's ball 2. Here's the first career home run hit by Alex Rodriguez. Off Gordon.
Well, he got a hanging curveball there. Tommy had one of the best curveballs in the game, too, when he pitched.
There's a pitch in there for a strike. A good curveball.
That was a real good one.
And Alex Rodriguez squawking about that one.
Giving Tim Welke a little come on now. He didn't like that call.
2-2. And a foul out of play. Fastball away, and it's fouled away. Yeah, you don't see many of those curveballs which Tom Gordon gave up for home runs. He had a great curveball.
He did. And Tommy ended up pitching for me one year in Boston. Great guy. Great stuff.
2-2 into the dirt. So for the second straight time, Davis goes to 3-2 on Alex Rodriguez.
Yeah, that was a slider right there, and he really tried to force it instead of just letting it work for him, and he saw him fall so far off to the left, his back was to home plate.
Cameras at the ready. 3-2. And a fly ball into right. Joyce will come in. He's got it. 1, 2, 3 go the Yankees. Bottom of the third coming. 2-0 New York.
Sort of October, I guess. Yeah, nice.
What do you think about this whole atmosphere and the whole weekend with the crowds?
Well, it's the first time we've had 3 sellouts in a row other than the postseason. We did it days in advance. even the general sellouts when we get for Saturday night now and then, or Sunday, usually will happen the day of game or what. So it's great to see people buying in advance. That's what we'd really like to encourage. Get the seats that they'd like to have, and it's a great atmosphere.
Jason Bartlett leads off, and I know you follow closely what kind of numbers we do on TV and radio, and you wanted to say something about that.
Yeah, I really want to thank everybody who's out there watching tonight, and all the nights you follow us. We've probably got 500,000 people watching.
Bartlett lines one to left, but this is going to be caught for the first down.
We've probably got 500,000 people or more watching tonight. Just the support we've been getting throughout the Bay Area, Tampa Bay area, on a nightly basis on radio. Probably 1 out of 5 people in the area are watching or listening to the game or here at the game. And I want to encourage you to just stay with us and really enjoy it. Get out to the ballpark, that would be great as well. But just the support and the chatter and everything really does lift the players and everybody here.
Have those numbers been a pleasant surprise to you?
They're even dramatically higher than they were in 2008. Obviously, we know things are difficult. The economy is tough. People are having a tough time of it. We do have a great product we're putting out on the field. You almost feel like these people are coming into your living room, as you do every night. Almost part of the family in some respects. And it is obviously great to see them in person. Even if it's once or twice a year or more would be ideal. And just got under.
Don Jaso sent one to right field, and basket catch on the warning track by Swisher, 2 away. You're right, he just missed it.
Just missed it.
All right, real quick, we've got about 20 hours to the trade deadline. What's your gut?
My gut is we'll have there might be a different uniform or two by tomorrow.
Really?
I don't know on which side of the ball, but we've got enough things going on in the air that it's likely something will happen, and never definite. But, it takes 2 to tango, so to speak.
I hear you. We look forward to following that along with you. Thank you very much for your time, Stu.
Thank you very much. Thanks, everybody.
Guys, he thinks likely. We'll have to follow along. 20 hours to the trade deadline. Back to you.
How about that? Sometimes it takes more than 2 to tango. It's not impossible that there would be maybe a 3-team deal working. Carl Crawford, 1 strike to count. Breaking ball is down to him, and it's 1-1.
Well, it does. I mean, that's kind of fashionable these days to get 3 teams involved sometimes, too. But that's great. Those are interesting comments, Stuart. And it's really encouraging, I think, too, because this is the best, perhaps the best. You've been here the whole time.
Yep.
Wayne, would you say this is the best Rays team you've ever seen?
Yeah, I think I thought it was the best team coming out of spring training. I thought it was better than the 08 team, and we talked about it then in the spring when the shows we did and a couple of the telecasts we did. Well, this pitch is low, and it's 2-2.
I can just speak from being a manager at this time of year when I was managing in the 90s, and when you get a shot in the arm and something actually happens for you, and you're already like in playoff contention right now, it does boost everybody up. I mean, obviously you don't want to lose guys off your big league club, but if you can, do something and help avoid a lot of that, all of a sudden you go, hey, you know what? We're going to finish this off.
Jen on Crawford, he pops it foul out of play, third base side. Well, I think you're right about that, and as you and I have discussed, I mean, there might be a big bat coming. Who knows? But I think the team could be appreciably better with something less than a big booming bat. Just a good, solid major league bat would be very helpful. Crawford out on strikes. That retires the side. 1-2-3. We go to the 4th. 2-0 New York. Longoria competing with other teams for a $200,000 Pepsi Refresh grant. The idea is to work with Moffitt Cancer Center to promote cancer awareness and provide education to kids about making healthy choices. You can vote for the Rays idea now at MLB.com/Pepsi Refresh or text Rays to 76462. Cano lifting the fly ball to right. Turned out to be more routine than anything. One away. There's Jorge Posada. Well, this is the second stop for New York on a 7-game road trip. They won 3 out of 4 from the Indians in Cleveland. Up left side, foul. Longoria is there, and he makes the catch. 2 pitches, 2 outs. Time for the AT&T trivia question. Here it is. Who are the 6 players in MLB history with 600-plus home runs? So that is the quest of A-Rod to become the 7th. Curtis Granderson for the strike. We're talking about trades the last couple of innings and the possibility of Lance Berkman joining New York. He was not in the Houston lineup tonight.
I saw that.
In that game.
I did see that.
So we'll see.
I guess the question is, who was in there? Was Brett Wallace in there? Was he there already?
I haven't seen their lineup.
And was he called up already? Because Brett Wallace was in Las Vegas.
Chopped to short. Bartlett with the toss. 1, 2, 3. A quick inning for Davis. Bottom of the 4th coming. 2-0 New York. It's 2-0. Our AT&T trivia question: who are the 6 players in MLB history with 600-plus home runs? Next on the list would be Sammy Sosa for Alex Rodriguez, Barry Bonds, Hank Aaron, then Babe Ruth and Willie Mays, Ken Griffey Jr. Sosa has 609, and Alex Rodriguez has 599. Evan Longoria leading off the bottom of the 4th, and he goes after a pitch, lifting a fly ball toward left center. And Granderson in front of Gardner makes the catch.
We got 2 center fielders out there. Brett Gardner, also a center fielder that's playing left because of Granderson. And neither guy, center fielder, has priority. But I don't think because of the crowd they could hear out there. Anderson has the longer reach.
And they stuck around to talk about it a little while before Pena stepped in, and Granderson had a little bit of a jog to get over toward right center field with Carlos stepping in. He cuts and misses the fastball, strike one.
Well, that's one area where the Yankees have improved themselves is defensively. They are second in fielding also. Gardner does a nice job. Got the speed, of course, and Granderson's been very good out there.
Now, the only team to make fewer errors than the Yankees would be the Twins, and they're the next team in.
Yep.
1-1.
Well, we were talking about Teixeira last night, and if he were playing first base.
Yep.
With Carlos at the plate, it'd been a different story, but it is what it is, and Carlos will take those 4 RBIs. Because Cabrera missed 2 balls that, even though they were hit hard, a good first baseman makes those plays.
Carlos now leading the team in runs batted in, and he's 10th in the league overall in runs batted in.
Yeah, he's been hitting 270 now since June the 5th. You take that.
Time called. One out, bases empty. Pops it up. That's going to be a foul ball and wind up out of play. So Pena last year with 39 home runs. His big year was 07 in the home run department with 46. Two and two. When you look at what Carlos has done since 07 when he had that big year, he's hit more home runs than anybody in the American League. 4 more than Alex Rodriguez. 9 more than Cabrera. Ball 3.
He's able to lay off a couple of strikeout curveballs there. He was trying to get Carlos to chase something in the dirt. Now they just might go back up the ladder on him again, up above his hands. You got him looking down. Let's see what Jorge calls here. Yeah, fastball up and in.
And the 3-2 is hit on the ground to first. Teixeira with the toss to Hughes. Pena is out number 2. 2 up, 2 down. Bases empty. And just a reminder to be on the lookout for the Miller Lite Taste Greatness moment coming up later in the game tonight. Joyce. And a tap to the right side on the curveball. Handle unassisted by Teixeira. 1-2-3. We head into the 5th, and when we come back, we'll have a chat with the Rays skipper, Joe Madden. privilege to have Joe Madden, the Rays skipper, join us. Joe, we're getting right down to the trading deadline. A lot of talk, and it goes back and forth. Sometimes we think there's not much of a possibility, and sometimes, well, we think there's more, and the Rays keep working.
Andrew's after it every minute of every day, and it takes two to tango, takes two to dance, and we'll see. I mean, he's got a lot of great ideas, always trying to make us better through acquisitions. Of course, we still have the fertile farm system, and things are possible through that route too, but believe me, he's getting after it.
Yeah, and for Joe, you've had a couple of injuries, and I wanted to ask you mainly right now about Ben Zobrist and how he's doing.
Well, he was a little bit stiff when he came in today. I'm really not 100% sure regarding the length of all of this. Obviously, it's a big deficit for us. We can't run Zoe out there somewhere on our team on a daily basis. We'll find out more tomorrow. I mean, I don't have any really strong ideas or opinions on that. Ronnie will tell me more either tonight or tomorrow morning.
2-1 to Curtis leading off, and
nice.
He pops it up on the left side. That's Bartlett taking care of that. Give us your read on Wade Davis. He's been pitching well the last few starts. How about tonight? You like what you see?
Yeah, I liked him in the first inning, too. I thought he had a really good fastball. Swisher just caught one of them. I liked him the way he's been mixing in a couple curveballs and off-speed pitches. A nice job with that. But primarily, from where we're standing over, I see a lot of late life on the fastball right around the strike zone, and a couple pop-ups like that. I kind of like the quick outs the last inning. Also put him in a pretty good position pitch count-wise.
Yeah, I know you like to get the defense off the field as soon as possible. Listen, we appreciate your visit. Go back to work, will you?
Thanks,
okay,
Joe.
guys, always my pleasure. Have a good game.
See you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right. Brett Gardner up here, and he takes the pitch too high. Fastball, 1-0.
Yeah, this time of year for a manager, it's you want to concentrate on what you got to do between the lines, but you're always curious too. What's going up in that war room, so to speak, with all the front office personnel. There's some needs, and I can just speak for myself. You're always concerned too what the other side's doing.
Yeah. Well, you have to figure in the East. The Yankees and the Red Sox are always in a position to take on a lot of salary. And, what we hear is that it's very possible that they could be getting Lance Berkman. No official word. It's just idle talk right now. But, you could certainly understand that possibility.
Matt Stewart's smiling. That's good.
Pitch inside. The count is full. Yeah, it's always good to see those guys smile.
Oh, yeah. You smile, I smile.
Gardner fouls one away.
I tell you, this guy,
3-2 pitch.
This guy acts as Joe Girardi's other leadoff hitter. That's why he's got him 9. But in time, I can see Gardner being a leadoff hitter at some point for this ball club.
He's had a great year, and he might be the best guy in the league as a number 9 hitter.
Well, he does that. He works the count. His on-base percentage coming in was at, 397. He walked his first time. He sees a lot of pitches. He's their best base stealer. Of course, you're not going to do that job as long as Jeter's around, and I think Jeter's going to be around a few more years after this year.
And on this club, they hit so many home runs. It's not a bad idea to have a guy hit 9th with all that speed. Well, that was because they're not going to run as much as, say, the Rays because of all the power up
exactly, and especially in their ballpark with that left-handed power hitting behind Jeter. So I think it's actually interesting because now you've got 2 leadoff guys back to back, and really what it does when Gardner gets on, Jeter is an ideal number 2 hitter because he can hit behind him. That was Joe Girardi's thinking, Dwayne.
And here Gardner coming in a bat just like a leadoff guy. So much for those short innings. A 6-pitch 4th, but it's been a 9-pitch at bat so far to Gardner here in the 5th. And Davis walks him. Runner at first with 1 out. And It's time to look forward to the upcoming Rays schedule, brought to you by Just for Men Hair Color. Yankees in tomorrow night, Sunday afternoon. Garza and Vasquez. Outdoor pregame, by the way, at 6:30. Then the Twins are in. Just as we look forward to the upcoming Rays schedule, you can live forward with Just for Men Hair Color. Now Derek Jeter with Gardner at first and 1 out.
Well, this is what we were talking about, because Derek goes to right field, probably the best at going to right field in baseball.
Gardner, 29 steals.
And Derek's the type of guy where if Gardner goes, you want to hold your second baseman, because Derek will try to find the hole going to right field. So the second baseman should hold and Bartlett should cover.
And a move to first. A little more earnest right there, and Gardner's back in.
He was going right there. 83%. That's a good percentage. Anything over 80 is good. 75 to 80. He was going on that throw over, so let's see if he takes it off. I'm sure he'd be on his own.
Pitch away. 1 ball, no strikes. New York with a couple runs in the first and a man on here in the fifth.
I was going to say, Dwayne, the best base stealers are usually on their own. With the manager, what he will control, if he sends his pitch out, then he'll flash a stop sign for that particular pitch. But the best way to steal bases for a pure base stealer is let him do it on his own.
No strikes. That fastball didn't miss by much. That's pretty close right there.
Yeah, Tim Wilkie has not called the pitch down with the low strike tonight.
Wow.
Not just on that one. He hasn't called it 3 or 4 times tonight for either side. That's a good pitch.
Again over to first on Gardner. Take a look at the stolen base leaders in the American League, and Gardner's right there, 5th.
Now, usually 2-0, you let the hitter swing the bat. It's not a running count. Let's see.
And Jeter did go. Scott Berry down at first says he did not hold up. And it's 2-1.
And the reason 2-0 is not a great running count is because it's a great hitter's count to drive the ball, find a gap. And that's exactly why he didn't run. Jeter, and he could find a gap. He did not hold up. That's a good call by Scott Berry at first base. Gardner should be going now, though.
He's on the move. The pitch is popped into short right. Joyce makes the catch. He's going to make a play at first. And Gardner got back in there. Gardner had to get back to first as Joyce tried to get it back quickly to Carlos Pena. And Carlos, taking the one-hop throw, had to come off the bag anyway.
And if Matt can get this in the air, he maybe had a shot. Gardner, he looks in just to see. Now that's a straight steal, even though he looked in. That's not a hit and run. I'm not going to take the bat out of Jeter's hands. That's just if Jeter wants to swing or not. So even though it was a hit and run count, that's just a straight steal. But he did peek in once he heard contact of the ball with the bat. I don't think he would have got him even if it was in the air. Do you? Joyce and the throw?
No, I don't think so.
This guy's Gardner's too quick.
Yeah, you've got to have a great arm in right field to get Gardner. Nick Swisher, the difference in the game. They're back in that time.
His splits are interesting too, Swisher. I mean, he's equal from both sides.
Sure is.
299 left-handed coming in, 298 right-handed. Which way do you want him to hit? I guess right-handed, huh?
Cut and a miss. It's 1-1.
He was hoping for another first pitch fastball. He got a nice curveball from Wade Davis. Nice pitch, backdoor too.
Well, Swisher's hit 16 career home runs off Rays pitching.
Man,
that covers a little over 200 at bats. And that's close. Pena off the bag, and the tag was applied on the fanny, and he got back in there.
Gardner was not going. He didn't flinch on that. He just did get back. That's just a nice quick move by Wade Davis. Good pitch out count.
He's going to pitch out, and the throw skips in, and he is safe at second base. Bill Welke took his time before he made the call, and he should do that. But he wanted to make sure if Gardner kept possession of the bag, if he ever got it. And here's another look.
That's a great pitch out by Wade Davis. Not a great throw by John Jaso. And to see if Gardner slides past the bag. Nice pick by Jason Bartlett. And now he's going to try to stay on Gardner and see if his hand comes off. He hangs on there. That's a good call. Left hand stayed on the bag. Never came off. Good call by the bench on the pitch out.
1-1 to Swisher. There's a strike. A little harder in the curveball that time. 1-2.
0-1's the best pitch out count in baseball. That doesn't put the pitcher behind the count. But on the great base stealers, I love to see the double pitch out on the 0-1 count. Do it twice. If he doesn't go on the 0-1 pitch, do it again.
Gardner with his 30th steal is at second. A 1-2 count to Swisher.
I like this. Wade wants to be sure. He wants to be sure. Jason Bartlett wants to be sure. See what Wade Davis is thinking.
Out on strikes. I think he got him with a slider.
Yep.
No runs, a man left. Bottom of the fifth coming. 2-0 New York. inning 2-run home run on the first pitch he saw tonight. Davis wound up striking out the side in the first. He has 5 strikeouts tonight. And Phil Hughes has 4 through 4 and has given the Rays just a single hit. That was a first inning base hit by Evan Longoria. So Swisher's the difference in this game so far. Willie Ibar leads off and takes a breaking ball. Curveball down and in. 1-0.
Great sequence, too, to finish off Swisher. Wade Davis wanted the slider, and that was a backdoor slider. That was a nice pitch to give Swisher a different look to strike him out.
Ibar looks at a curve over. This time it's 1-1.
You got Swisher on a curveball. Struck him out in the third, and the slider to strike him out in the fifth.
1-2 the count to Willie Ibar.
Nasty. That is a nasty overhand curveball right there. Might have went around the plate though.
And there's a base hit into right center field. Swisher hustles over to cut it off, and the Rays have the leadoff hitter on. Ibar picking up the second Tampa Bay hit.
Boy, you want to say thank you for the fastball, don't you? After 2 hammers for curves. Wow. Fastball away, but it was up a little bit, and Willie stays through it. Drops it into right center.
Well, prior to that Ibar at bat, Hughes had thrown 8 straight first pitch strikes. He's 12 of 15 overall in that department. B.J. Upton, and he bunts third base side, and it's going to kick foul. But B.J. putting down a bunt right there, and that's
like it.
What we referenced the first time up for B.J. And those are the kinds of things that could really increase his value to this club. We'd love to see more of that and just contact.
Yeah, they had to let this go. This is a good bunt right here, especially on the first strike. If you're going to bunt it, make sure it's down the line or it goes foul. You don't want to bunt it back toward the pitcher on your first strike if you're going to do that. And it hit the dirt and kicked foul. Unfortunately, you're going to have to build a little hill so it tapers toward the infield. With the dirt right there down the line.
Yeah, if he's going to start bunting, they're going to have to start manicuring.
Yeah, they're going to have to taper it for him. So Jorge can't let it go like that.
Inside, and it almost hit him, and a step throw down to first. Ibar's back in. That's a heads-up play by Posada.
It was.
Upton with another look. Down to Tom Foley.
That's actually twice that balls have gotten away from Hughes, and he's almost hit B.J. Did that in the second inning when he walked him.
Breaking ball, and it's popped up. Right side. Teixeira making the call. 1 away.
You know, that's not an infield fly. B.J. didn't run, and if the Yankees wanted to drop that because Ibar stood at first base,
that's right.
You could have got a double play out of that. So B.J. took the bat and was not running. He just kind of was heading toward the dugout, basically. Frustrated, I understand that, but for the runner at first in that situation, that is not an infield fly.
That's why you need to run every time.
That's right.
It's just that simple. Here's Reed Brignac. Upstairs with a pitch. Want to know the count to Reed. Two balls, no strikes.
Reed's just got to make sure he gets a pitch down. They try to go up on Reed also. Not in this situation. He's going to try to throw a strike away.
He takes it. 3 balls, no strikes.
It's only the first visit by Jorge in the 5th inning.
Hey, he's playing with assist behind his left
knee. I know that.
So he wants to limit those trips to the mound.
I know.
I tell you, he's hung in there physically.
He has. He's been a rock back there for him for a lot of years now.
Three and one the count. What do you think?
Almost the same location. I think it's a ball.
Yeah, it looked like ball.
All 4 pitches are almost identical. A little help right there.
Toronto has a big lead over Cleveland, 7-0, and Bautista hit another home run.
Wow.
A grand slam. That's his 31st of the year. 31st home run.
Well, he's a guy that teams are asking for, but you don't hear his name really about being moved.
Brignac going after that 3. It's 3 and 2 now. So he fouled it back.
Posada setting up away again. That's an identical pitch. Another ball.
So Hughes has yet to throw a strike in this at bat, and it's a full count.
See, now he's got 5 pitches looking away. See, now he could come up and in under his hands if he wants to. I don't know if he's going to stay away, though.
Runner goes, and the pitch is fouled the other way. We'll see another 3-2.
Yeah, Joe Madden trying to make something happen, force Brignac to make contact. I like that. Because you try to open up a hole there and force your second baseman to put it in play. That's a run and hit play.
Two. Ibar goes again, and the pitch is fouled back. A fastball that time, and that was more down the middle.
Yeah, if he stays down there, Reed can hit that. It's the ball up. He's just got to make sure he lays off of. This is all on Brignac. Ibar's not trying to steal a base. Joe Madden's trying to create a hole in the infield and get a first and third base hit here. Get something going here. Ignite the offense. Reed's just got to stay short to the ball and make sure he makes contact if it's in the zone.
3-2 again, and it's fouled again for the 3rd straight time. So Ibar getting a little running in on these last 3 pitches he's been breaking.
Pitch at bat going. All fastballs.
Brignac, the number 8 hitter. And strike 3 called. Brignac didn't like the call. And he has a couple of parting words with Tim Welke, and boy, down the early part of that at bat, Brignac really didn't like the calls, and that one was on the corner.
See the overhead shot here. I love this shot. Hit the corner. Yeah. Oh yeah, it did. Yeah, that's just a tough pitch. The reason Reed thought it was in is because everything had been away. And he had to protect that. That's a good call by Posada. I thought they'd go in there earlier, though.
Bartlett and a first pitch curveball. 1 ball, no strikes.
He throw 8 fastballs in the same location away, it's time to go inside.
Yeah. And a breaking ball for a strike, so a couple of curveballs here to start Jason Bartlett. On one, and a strike back with a fastball that time. 1-2.
He's pitching like the all-star he was and is tonight. Got a good hop on his fastball. It's 93. He's got an excellent curveball, and he's working both sides of the plate very well.
Curveball low and away. 2-2. Bartlett came into this game with 1 at bat against Hughes, and that was good enough for a home run.
And you know, that ball that he lined out in his first at bat, he hit pretty well too. He just missed it.
Yeah, lined it to left.
Just got in on him just a little bit. He had a good swing at it.
Upstairs, a fastball. Hughes tried to put a little something extra on that one.
Yeah, he's done that 3 or 4 times tonight where he tries to get extra, and that's when he gets out of his delivery. And the ball sails up and in to the righty. 75 pitches overall. He's having a 21-pitch 5th.
Two outs with Ibar still at first after the leadoff base hit. There he goes, and the pitch is foul out of play.
Good job by Jason Bartlett protecting right there. That was too close to take. Grinding it and fighting him.
And the pitch skied toward right center. Granderson, the center fielder, makes the catch, and the Rays are finished in the 5th at the end of 5, 2-0 New York. From Tropicana Field, don't miss the last chance for 2010 Rays season tickets. Guarantee yourself postseason opportunities and other great benefits. Call 888-FAN-RAISE today. Mark Teixeira takes a strike. The 6th inning is underway. Fastball misses away. 1-1 Teixeira, Rodriguez, and then Cano. Breaking ball missing. 2 balls and a strike. There's Alex Rodriguez in pursuit of home run number 600. It's the sidebar to this game tonight. The Rays and the Yankees coming in. 2 best records in baseball. And ball 4. Leadoff walk to Teixeira. Well, Alex Rodriguez now 0 for 2. Here's the breakout for Rodriguez by team. 189 home runs with Seattle, 156 during his time with Texas, and 254 with New York. And again, he likes that first pitch. He's hit more home runs on the first pitch of an at-bat than any other count. Teixeira at first, nobody out here in the 6th. And the pitch inside. 1 ball, no strikes.
Well, in this inning so far, Wade's getting a little bit away from his delivery. You see him really falling off to the left side, and everything is sailing to the right-hand hitter's side of the plate. That's what happened when he lost to Teixeira. And he tried to go away on A-Rod. He missed by 17 inches there in that last pitch.
Yeah, and he's not driving the ball through the plate. No. And not only has the location been different, but his velocity's down a couple ticks.
That's right.
Pitch down. It was slider and miss. He's behind Alex Rodriguez 2-0.
Yeah, all of a sudden he's just totally gotten out of his rhythm and delivery and mechanics.
.20 delivery. Swing and a high pop foul back and out of play. That fastball was around 93.
Much better. Yeah.
Best one he's thrown here in this inning. In fact, I think the first fastball he threw was sub 90 in this inning.
It was 89, and it might have been a 2-seamer, but nonetheless, he throws his 2-seamer harder than that. But that last ball, he drove toward his target better. You can see it live as it's happening.
He pops him up on a fastball. Foul ball. Pena's after it. He's got it. Rodriguez is out number 1. He came back, made a couple nice pitches on him, and popped him up on that one.
Yeah, you saw the 4-mile-an-hour differential. Fastball got up to 93, 94. Actually got in there a little bit on Alex. Got underneath it.
That'll be Robinson Cano. Cano 1 out of 2. Takes a strike. He's 7th in the league in slugging percentage and 8th in on-base percentage. 2 great categories to be in the top 10 in.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
He's having a great year.
He has really done the job hitting 5th in this lineup too. That was Matsui's role last year most of the time.
Broken bat and a little base hit into right center field. Stopping at second is Teixeira. And the barrel into that bat, wound up in the stands, back of the first base dugout. You see the bat just break in two.
Well, they were trying to go in, and they got in. And Robinson Cano has the handle in his hand and drops it, but the barrel is somewhere behind the first base and Ray's dugout.
So it's first and second with one out. And here is Jorge Posada. Posada has struck out and fouled out to third.
Well, Wade has only had 2 ground ball outs tonight. Jeter in the second, on a grounder to second, and then Granderson grounded out to short in the fourth. But this is a situation, boy, you want to keep it down. Try to get Jorge to get into a double play.
Pitch is down. 1 ball, no strikes. Leadoff walk, then the 1-out single. Broken bat, base hit. Two balls, no strikes.
Well, that was a two-seamer, but see, he throws that like there about 91. He's got a hard two-seamer. He's trying to get that ground ball.
Hard shot down to first. Pena to second, one back to first. Double play, 3-6-1. Pena, Bartlett to Davis. The Rays get the double play ball off the bat of Posada. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 2-0 New York.
Given away to the first 10,000 fans on Tuesday night, this Matt Garza placard, which includes a replica of the lineup card from that game. And it was against the Tigers on Monday night, the 5-0 no-hitter. And this will be given out to the first 10,000 fans, courtesy of the St. Pete Times, on Tuesday evening when the Rays play the Minnesota Twins. Just to reiterate one other thing, after we talked to owner Stu Sternberg, when Stu was talking about a trade or 1 or 2 different uniforms on both sides of the ball, asking him afterwards, he said it was also not just about the Yankees. He was talking about pitching and hitting for the Rays. So he thinks there could be 1 or 2 new faces for the Rays tomorrow. He would be more surprised if we had the same 25-man roster tomorrow than if we don't. So it should be an interesting night and morning and afternoon tomorrow. Guys, back to you.
Now the trading deadline tomorrow is at 4 o'clock. And I thought Joe Madden had some interesting references as well. He not only talking about trades, but within the organization, that's a possibility as well. Breaking ball to John Jaso, starts at the bottom of the 6th, and that's a strike. So we'll see.
Well, the other thing, too, Ben Zobrist, who knows, he may not play for a few more days.
That's a strike. There was some discussion that he might not be available for this series, and Madden was not necessarily evasive of that, and I don't blame him. There's no reason to let the opposition know for sure if you've got a player available or not. That's a big part of competing here, but Ben not in the lineup tonight because of the lower back issue.
Yeah, and if it's going to be a few more days, and really you can't go with a 24-man roster up against the Yankees these next two games.
Ground ball, that's headed into center, and a base hit for Jason. Lead-off base hit for the 2nd straight inning for the Rays.
Well, John's really had 3 pretty good at-bats. He got a fastball up and away, and he shoots it right back through the middle. His first at-bat, he worked the count 3-1. He got jammed. This time they went away, got it up, and then his last at-bat, he almost hit one out of the ballpark. Right field.
Now Carl Crawford. Carl came into the game 2 for 5 off Hughes, 0 for 2 tonight. Upstairs, a fastball. 1 ball, no strikes.
Well, Carl's only seen 2 pitches tonight. He popped up the left, and well, actually, no, last at bat he struck out. Curveball.
And a strike. 1-1.
Looked a little wide. Of course, we saw that happen to Reed Brignac.
Yeah, there have been a few pitches off the plate wide for strikes. Not this time. 2 balls and a strike.
Hey, Phil Hughes is smart. Why not go back out there? He's getting some calls out there. I'll stay out there. Unreachable pitch. Look at it. It's the same exact spot.
High fly ball headed toward right center. Swisher's there. And that's the first out.